lot of Eastern Europeans.
I see him standing. I see him chanting.
Yeah, it made it perfect for him to fight on our card, that's for sure. His wife Jessica, they have a child together who's about 2 years old, I believe, and no cauliflower year as of yet.
Nice little glove tap in the corner from Miljan.
Yeah, okay, we're going to send our ring announcer, Trez Mala, and we're going to start this fight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your main event? I said, are you guys ready for your main event? Let me hear ya! This is the main event, and it is time to get down to business with a 5-round title fight at the lightweight 155-pound division. Introducing your first fighter out of the blue corner with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. Weighing in at 154.8 pounds, standing at 5 feet 10 inches. Representing G2 from Chicago, Illinois, Steve Scuba Steve Collins. And his opponent out of the red corner, boasting a record of 5 wins with 2 defeats, standing in at 5 feet 7 inches, weighing at 155 pounds, representing Real Warriors Academy from Belgrade, Serbia, fighting out of Des Moines, Iowa, Miljan, the Serbian Butcher Djukanovic. And our referee for this action is Mike Sim.
We got Miljan in the black spandex with the Serbian flag on the side with red trim. Steve Collins, the black board shorts, G2 and G2 logo, as well as the Talons boxing logo.
Miljan's going to use his striking to close the distance, control the clinch, and if he gets to that position, you know what's going to happen.
Steve Collins keeping you at bay, peppering jabs.
Yeah. Good framing from Collins.
Just missed with that left hook. Steve Collins, good head movement.
Looks like Collins has the reach advantage. He needs to use that, keep Miljan at bay.
Exchange of kicks.
Great body kick from Collins.
Straight right hand landed by Miljan, though, right after that. Look at Collins not giving up the center of the ring.
Miljan just did that little bait and switch, looked down and went high with the kick.
You know, when Steve Collins, if you look at the quality of wrestler in that room, it's very high. And that's not something he's going to bite on. Ooh, man, nice right hand by Miljan. Steve Collins staying in the pocket.
Ooh. Couple times. That's the second time Miljan has baited him by looking down and maybe changing levels just a bit. Going up high.
Collins seems a little front foot heavy as well.
Yeah, a little bit. I'd like to see him stand a little taller. Allows him to get in and out a little better.
Ooh.
Low
blow. I don't know if that.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that was right down Main Street. A little exchange between
the referee and the corner. Not a fight I'd be willing to pick.
Yeah. Little exchange between the ref and the corner. Yeah.
Yeah. We got 5 minutes. I thought that. I don't know. I don't know.
His corner. Hey, you gotta get him out of his corner.
You get the corners jawing at each other. Not a good thing. And we start round 1 again. Stiff jab by Collins. Right hand.
Both guys want to stay in the pocket in exchange.
You know, he's coming from a straight grappling gym. Gilbert Grappling. They have fantastic stand up there. Good. Sean Talon has done a great job.
Good lead hook from Miljan.
Yep. Just takes down attempt by Miljan, stuffed by Collins.
Very impressed with the takedown defense from Collins. Miljan wants to control there.
We got about 45 seconds left. This is about even right now.
Which is very surprising because I thought Milan's Greco-Roman wrestling background was really going to shine here in this first round.
Milan's taking some deep breaths right now. Missed with the hook. Milan. Headlock, takedown.
There we go.
Going for an Americana.
The arm. He's going to look to trap the arm here and start punching.
With 23 seconds left. Swinging to the back is Milan, and we are back on the feet.
Great job by Collins to be able to get back to his feet there.
I think Milan might be breathing a little hard right now.
I think there's a little bit of frustration on Milan's part. Collins drops his hands. Milan smiles.
Well, these last 10 seconds, man, it's a hard round to call, but Collins was definitely marching forward. The pressure was from Collins to Milan.
Well, how much do the takedown defense from Collins score him, and how much does the one takedown that Milan landed? He wasn't able to keep him there for quite a while.
I think they were just kind of nullified. I think it's the forward pressure by Collins is the deciding factor of that round.
Milan is taking some deep breaths there in the corner. Going to have to get that breathing in check. How much of that do you think you can contribute to the low blow?
I don't know. I see the labored breathing of Milan as well. He's taking some deep breaths, but you saw him not gasping for air. That is not obviously what was going on, but you saw him just intake lots of air. That could be experienced with wrestling, but I think the nullification of his offense was starting to weigh on his cardio.
Yep. And frustrating him a little bit?
Oh,
yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're a Greco-Roman national champion from your country, and you got one takedown, and your opponent got right back up. It's got to be a little frustrating for sure.
We'll see if he works through that that adversity here in the second round.
Excellent fight so far. You got Milan taking Steve Collins. Back out, double jab.
I think Collins is starting to trust in that reach, and I think that reach is really what's frustrating Milan right now.
Collins' head movement's very impressive as well. When Steve fought for us earlier this year, that was the one thing, that was the one thing that impressed me too, was just his understanding of where the punches were coming from.
Attempted spinning back fist by Milan.
Look at the focus on Collins' face.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Collins. This is not at all what I expected the fight to look like. I figured there was going to be a lot of clinch.
Collins is going to step up his offensive output, I believe.
Well, I think if Milan starts to use some head movement and slip these punches good Superman punch, slip these punches that Collins is throwing, then he can start to get on the inside and do what he wants to do. But if he doesn't start using his head movement, he's just giving him a stationary target.
He's got to make sure that he doesn't get lulled into a sparring match either. He's got to put heat on his punches when the windows of opportunity present themselves. Because that's what Milan's doing. You see Milan trying to catch his cadence and slow things down. You can't fall into that trap. It's just to set you up for a takedown.
Exactly. Both respecting each other's power.
Turn that over a little bit.
Yep, got to turn that kick over just a little bit, as corner yelled at him.
Yeah, Collins, he keeps the forward pressure, but he's going to have to counter after that. Like when Milan comes wild, as you saw in that last exchange, Collins is going to have to throw right after rather than reset.
Exactly. It needs to be 3, 4, 5 punches as opposed to 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, he's going 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yep. Collins gives Milan a little bit of a smile a little bit ago, so they both smiled at each other. They both are having fun in there. Collins backing Milan down. Ooh, good right hand.
Look at, and Collins can wipe that off, but Milan just scored.
You know, in my experience, when somebody says it didn't hurt, it hurt a little bit.
Yeah. Collins conversating with Milan. Like right there, he's gonna have to throw right there, hard and heavy. I mean, Milan is having some instances of showing well. Collins is kind of he's going to have his own moments as well.
Yeah. Well, either fighter needs to start to impose their will. They can't just back and forth exchange. Somebody's got to take a chance here.
Milan nickeled and dimed his way to a victory on that round, in my opinion.
I think so.
Yeah, he lulled Collins down to his level to where Collins really wasn't like hitting that red. Sometimes you got to red line yourself a little bit. Collins really didn't. He coasted that round.
Now, I'm not a judge, but I've got 1 round to Collins, 1 round to Miljan.
I agree.
We're going to see who wants it more in this 3rd round.
A lot of experience in the ring. You've got Jose Perez and Danny Gilbert, Bo Samaniego. On the other side, you got Nate Williams.
Miljan still looks like he's breathing a little heavy when he's out there in the moment, in the heat, in the fight. He's not showing anybody that he's tired, but boy, when he goes back to that corner, he's really breathing heavy. Collins' corner refusing to use the stool, which is impressive.
Now Collins is in phenomenal shape. Anybody out of Gilbert Grappling, those guys they're redlining a lot in the gym, and I think Collins right now needs to redline a little bit this upcoming
this last round.
Yes.
You got to show these judges how bad you want it here.
Referee Mike Sims, and round 3 has started. Miljan quick to exit his corner. Flurry of punches by Collins from his back.
Yeah, these guys are getting after it this round.
Collins 1-2 again.
Good body shot by Collins. Collins doing a good job of staying just outside of punch range from Miljan.
Steve Collins shucks off Miljan. I think there's a bloody nose on Steve Collins. Collins again picking apart Miljan.
I'd like to see Collins turn those hips over just a little bit more when he throws those leg kicks, put some real good power in it.
Miljan is coming in with just 2 heavy punches. It's just going over and over, 2. Collins is going to have to fire back after that.
Yeah, he's being a little lackadaisical at this time.
It's conservative. He's being conservative. Yeah.
You were right. We do have a bloody nose on Collins. Good footwork out of Collins. Miljan having trouble getting in.
Oh, 2 kicks by Miljan. Counter right. Ooh, another counter by Collins. Collins, I like to see him lead a little bit. He's counter punching.
Yeah.
Let's see him lead.
There's a shot. And that's frustration from Miljan right there. You can see that he's getting a little frustrated.
Well, they're going tit for tat right here. And Scuba Steve, sometimes you got to separate yourself a little bit. Make sure it's definitive in the judge's eyes.
Collins just flipping that jab out there to try to land that right straight. Just put something in front of it.
Looping punch by Miljan, countered 2 times by Steve Collins.
Both fighters not turning their kicks over. Miljan getting the better of the exchange on the kicks, though.
Miljan seems like, he said, he's taking deep breaths right now. You see it? Superman punch followed by a kick.
Miljan says, come to me. Collins says, absolutely not.
I think, look at this slow get up by Miljan. If I'm Collins, I'm putting that pressure on.
We've got 30 seconds to work here. 35 seconds to work. Somebody's got to...
Sticking that jab out, but we're looking at, Steve Collins has got knockout power.
Absolutely.
And he's not showing it.
I think there's a lot of respect for the Greco-Roman wrestling of Miljan, so he's not wanting to get too close. And both fighters jawing at each other, showing their warrior spirit. Good right hand from Collins.
Both fighters busted up. I think Collins might steal that round.
Collins showing the crowd that he's not hurt.
He's in the front row. Got both fighters busted up. Danny Gilbert giving instructions to Steve Collins. Nate Williams to that of Miljan.
Steve Collins still refusing the stool. He's just a machine. He's in shape and he's ready to go. At this point, Mike, I'm thinking I got 2 rounds to 1 for Collins.
It is, but they're not definitive.
No.
You know, I mean, and as you know, you try not to leave it in the hands of the judges. Collins has got to separate himself. He's got to make the judges understand that he is the dominant performer.
Well, he's respecting the wrestling of Miljan by not standing in the pocket, not doing heavy exchanges because he doesn't want to give his opponent the opportunity to shoot in under his punches. Round number 4.
Number 4, championship rounds right here. Kick to the body by Steve Collins. Stuff on a takedown. Like you said, Miljan has only been successful 1 time on his takedowns, and that is got to be very frustrating.
I am so impressed with the takedown defense from Steve Collins.
You know what? If you saw his gym partners, you would understand. Like Isaac Watkins, he's another guy. As an amateur, he fought a high-end brown belt that competed all over the country. His professional debut was against a champion black belt jiu-jitsu specialist, and both times he won definitively. Not afraid to take hard fights is Danny Gilbert Grappling for his students.
Miljan looking to change levels again. He backed out last minute. Collins has taken the time to talk to Miljan's corner.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing a game where he's just playing defense. You can't get me, but we need to see offense as well.
Yeah, exactly. Spend less time talking, more time acting.
He's like we'd said, he might be a little lulled into like a sparring match right now, which is, he's got the opportunity to finish. You've got to, step forward and capitalize on that.
Miljan being very tentative. This is where you go when Miljan is being tentative like this.
Yeah, you're caught in the middle. Either you got your foot on the gas or foot on the brakes. Is when you're stepping on both at the same time, trying to figure it out. That's when you're in trouble. And that's when you're the other person on the other side of that is when you need to go. That's when you need to step on the gas.
Both fighters kind of getting comfortable in the pocket now.
Nice snap jab by Collins. Another snap jab by Collins. Yeah, Sean Talon has done a fantastic job with the fighters from Gilbert Grappling.
See, Miljan's taking the time to shoot from way outside. His opportunities are not coming off of striking from Collins or striking from himself. He's just taking these single shots, and that's where he's getting stuffed every time.
Counter check, left hook, right hook. Another right hand punch by Steve Collins finds its mark.
Collins is starting to really get comfortable. He's starting to set himself apart right now.
You've got a guy that's refused the stool, including in the championship rounds. He's in phenomenal shape. Now you step on the gas.
Put a couple body shots on Miljan. Miljan breathing heavy.
Collins.
Still talking to Miljan, telling him to come on.
Collins is trying to counterpunch, but when he's got that window, he's not taking advantage of it.
Miljan's had some success with that lead leg kick.
Both fighters busted up. We're heading into the 5th round.
If I'm Miljan, I think I attack that leg a little more.
Collins pulling away. Collins is starting to pull away. But
fired up, headed into these.
He's got to put an exclamation point. He's got to put a period at the end of that sentence.
Yep. Last round, somebody's got to do something to definitively set themselves apart. I think that Collins took that last round, so that gives me 3 rounds to 1 for Collins on my scorecard.
Could be 3-1 or 2-2, depending on how the judges score it. One of the rounds was tit for tat. With nothing definitive, both fighters having their moments.
If I'm Nate Williams, I'm in Miljan's corner saying attack that lead.
Yeah, I would be losing my mind right now. You got to energize your fighter. Let him know this is it.
Chop that lead leg up, and when he starts to get hurt, when he starts to favor that leg, that's when you come up top with the punches.
Collins is beaming with confidence right now. Jose Perez, another fighter on, like I said, UFC shortlist. Cutting his teeth at the CFFC. Out in Pennsylvania. Never getting a tough fight out there. This is the championship round. Round number 5. Both fighters touch gloves. No hug by Collins. Miljan.
3 minutes to work. 3 minutes to greatness.
Miljan coming out with some heavy punches. peppering is Steve Collins.
Well,
wow, man, another
Yeah.
accidental low blow, and this is going to benefit Miljan. It's going to benefit Miljan because Miljan is the one that's tired.
I was unable to see exactly where that landed, Collins says.
No, it was brushed. Collins,
Yeah.
I mean, he was the one that also informed the referee that, but Milan's first 15, 20 seconds of each round is his strongest. You just gave him an extra 15, 20 seconds
Yes,
of
you did.
strength on that little break right there. Another takedown attempt by Miljan, stuffed by Steve Collins. Double
Good
jab.
double jab.
Yeah, another one. Sticking a jab out. That jab of Collins is very impressive. You see, Collins almost landed with that counter right hook.
Milan's trying to be dynamic with his kicks, but, just be simple. Keep it simple, stupid, and start chopping away that lead leg. That's going to take away the jab of Collins and score you points for this round.
Winding down to 2 minutes left in this 5-round fight. Kicked by Collins.
Good head kick. Yeah,
I think if he would have turned his hip a little bit on that kick, it could have paid him dividends.
And that's a recurring story for Collins this fight is not turning the hips over for the kick. Not to be super critical, but good straight right hand by Collins.
Wow, left right punch by Collins again. Superman punch with a parry at the end, countered with a check left hook. Double jab is Collins.
Collins' corner is screaming for him to increase his output. Oh, good right hand.
Right hand punch by Miljan. Left underhook by Miljan. And Miljan, in instances like that, he maybe ought to try pulling guard.
Yeah. Well, and with as many failed takedown attempts as Miljan has had, Collins may just could seal the deal if he hits a takedown of his own.
It's,
right?
Honestly, that could be, that'd break somebody, especially from a wrestling background. Yes.
I think Collins is comfortable just sitting in these exchanges right now, winning them.
He's got fantastic head movement. He's been caught a couple times, but they were grazing. Nothing landed real solid.
Yeah.
The head movement of Collins is something that is, something to be noted.
He's doing a good job of just staying just outside the bubble.
Yes.
Of Miljan.
Yeah, just a hair away every single time.
Attempted a push kick. Oh, did I see an injury? Did I see that lead leg hurt?
That front left leg. That front lead leg of Collins, I think he's having issues.
Maybe a rolled ankle or...
Oh, that's it. That's the end of the round. That is the end of the fight. I don't know. I said 3-2. I think Collins may have gotten it again. And ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded a fantastic event. Everybody at home, thank you for watching. Nick Rogers, all the way from Minnesota. It's our second time calling fights together. An absolute pleasure, sir.
I thank you so much.
I look forward to doing this again. I think September 10th, is it?
Let's do it. September 10th, Austin, Minnesota.
Austin, Minnesota. We're back in Austin, and we've got your crew out there working the cameras and stuff like that. You're always, obviously, pitching in with us. Got Jose Perez coming by, and I think Steve may have cemented a deal. What are your thoughts?
I feel like it's a Steve Collins title right there. You can't ask for anything better than 5 rounds in a main event title fight. These guys put on a show. Again, I believe that Collins did just enough to walk away with the victory. But hats off to Miljan from Des Moines for bringing it to him and giving him a heck of a main event fight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your winner by split decision out of the blue corner, Steve Collins!
I had someone in the gym named Jake. He been helping the whole team get more better with cardio. We've been running more miles in the practice. Of course, Coach Dan been pushing us even more, especially with the way I lost the last one. So I want to give a thanks to my whole G2 team.
All right, the takedowns. You just fought the national champion of Serbia and I think you stuffed every single takedown except one, and you got right back up. Was that a surprise to you, or did you expect that?
Man, personally, I respect him as a Greco-Roman style wrestler, but when you come to America, you gotta understand, traditional wrestling is the wrestling, man. That's the wrestling we do out here. So you try to come and take down a state-ranked wrestler in high school, it ain't gonna happen.
Coming out of Gilbert Grappling, what are the training partners that helped you get ready for this fight?
I got Bo Semanego, I got Jose Perez right here, I got Isaac Watkins at home watching me right now. I got Chris, he's somewhere out here. Man, everybody help me, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Steve Collins. Thank you, sir, our new champion. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Serbia, Miljan. Thank you so much for taking this hard fight in front of a crowd. Obviously not your home crowd, but nonetheless your people.
Hey, I said before this fight, the tougher the better. No matter who you put in front of me, I'm going as strong as I can. Today, he had some more shots on me. He said American wrestling's better, but he was just avoiding wrestling the whole match. I respect you, brother, though. You put up a great fight. But, hey, I just want to say something that we already all know. Chicago is Serbian. Let's go, my Serbians. I know my performance wasn't the best tonight, but I'll promise I'll be back, and I'll be back stronger. Thank you all.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our evening with the after party happening in the back.